We need a theme song.
Hey, welcome back to That's What She Said. It's crazy because I feel like the last episode that just came out, we said we took a break and then we're back again. So welcome back again. Hey. It's going to be awkward for other people because it's welcome back to back, but it's all
okay.
good.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey y'all. They is loving the podcast.
I had the pleasure of going through the comments and questions the other day to sort of gather some topics, and but I really felt the love. Like the love was like just like really real. Like there's people that constantly comment, like consistently have questions, have comments. Like it was just really dope and just a lot of praise, and I really love that. So shout out to our subscribers and those in the comments, because you guys really give us life, and I need
motivation.
That. Yes.
Yeah, we need that push. If we had like 23 views, we probably been like, guys, I think it's time to give it up. But
and I need people to tell me I'm doing something well.
Right.
I'm just that type of person. That's my love language.
We like praise. Thank you, guys.
Affirmation.
So, I want you to kick it off though, because I really love the topic that you brought up, and I feel like it's very, very, very important. And you've got some products too, so I'm gonna let you take over.
Share the knowledge.
So I love this topic because it's so many different opinions, right? So my topic of choice today is about clean coochies, okay? So I saw
TM that.
I saw a thread. I don't know if it was a Twitter thread or Facebook. I saw it on Facebook. But anyway, screenshots of a thread, or I'm sorry, of a poll someone took in their stories asking, which way do you wipe, front to back or back to front? And people were like, you can see all the people who said what, and a lot of women were saying back to front.
Which I'm like,
they were never taught.
And I know someone that, I don't know if she still does it, but she told me she does back to front. She's like, it's just easier like that. And I was like,
but see, and that's crazy, because I would want to know then from those people that said back to front, how many of those are parents? Because that's one thing that you're taught when you're wiping butts,
right.
Especially if you have a daughter. Right. You're taught front to back.
Right.
You don't want to get the back stuff in the front area.
And why? Why is that?
Yeah, something about that.
Right.
Something about that.
I don't really know.
You don't want the doo-doo up in your cooch, because that's nasty.
Very nasty. And
I think it can cause something specific, but I don't remember what it is.
A lot of things. Yeah. One is a urinary tract infection that can lead to a kidney infection that can lead to sepsis, and you die just from a bad coochie.
You don't want to die.
So yeah. So
but did you die from wiping yourself?
So
that's crazy.
To piggyback off of that, I wanted to talk about what do we do personally, because we always too personal on this show. So what do we do personally versus what you've been told or taught, which you've learned throughout the years? I'll go first if that's okay. And for me, growing up, I always remember seeing this rubber long thing in my grandmother's shower.
Rubber long thing.
I found out it was a douche and an enema. It had an
what?
It cleans both?
Yeah, it cleans both.
Whoa.
I don't know if that's healthy.
Right.
My grandmother had 16 children, so
contamination.
Something was all right with 16 kids.
She sounds healthy.
She was all right.
She was like, no, this got to get cleaned out, because Curtis is in there.
Not Curtis.
16.
So yeah. Wow. So my grandmother told me when I was younger. I remember one time she asked me if I douche, and I was like 15, and I was like, no. And she was like, that's so, she called me all kind of nasty names, and she was like, that's gross. Yeah. I still didn't do it because I was afraid, especially when I saw that shit. I was like, this ancient ass, what is this?
Ancient.
It looked crazy. It was like, you remember how a whoopee cushion used to look?
Yes.
Oh. It looked like that with like a tube coming down.
Oh, almost like those like accordion type things, that like they used to be something, but they like push out air or something, and you like push down on it.
Yes.
Oh
I
my
think
And
goodness.
it's like plasticky something.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Did you see it in your grandmother's shower?
No. But I've also seen it for other things, like things that you just need air for. I've never seen it in the
Really?
purpose of like a bathroom.
Well, needless to say,
She's about to tell the shit.
needless to say, I never used it. I was mortified by the whole thing. But as I became an adult, then we learned that it's not okay to douche or douche.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you supposed to say it?
I thought it was douche, but I'm really feeling this douche. I don't want you to keep saying douche.
Right.
So-
Because you said it and I was like, ooh, French. That sounds French.
A douche.
A douche.
I
So
love it.
I, of course, did a few times in my life before I knew and understood what it was actually doing. And I was like, yeah, this is not the move. We shouldn't be doing this. But it was like every few months. My grandma said you're supposed to do it after every period. That's,
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. And she says, whatever.
Was she even getting periods with 16 children? Jesus.
Right?
Jeez.
That's probably why he was cleaning out all the bacteria to kill the
Yeah,
sperm. Could have
probably.
been.
Well, it
Coulda
stayed in
been.
there. It didn't go nowhere.
But what she also taught me was vinegar. So I, learned that vinegar is okay, moderately. And sorry, y'all, our producer's in the back distracting
Is it my
us.
fupa? Is it what's happening? Pull it down. Is it my nipple?
Do we look crazy?
Which one? Oh, just back there?
Tell us
Okay.
we look crazy.
We're gonna be wrapped. Oh, both sides. Oh. No.
I did it without interruption. I got the
Next
clue.
thing we're gonna be in sleeping bags.
Hold down.
Big click
All
energy.
right, just let us be fat.
Yeah, right. Then we're gonna.
No, 'cause
Now the whole episode we're gonna be like,
Can you edit my fat out later?
smooth it on out. So back to what
douching? Oh,
right.
wait, what do you call it?
The
Douche.
douche.
The douche.
The douche.
So
Sounds like the
I
Dutch.
did learn from my gynecologist and from a lot of herbal. I look into a lot of herbal and natural ways of healing.
Stuff, yeah.
Yes, and I learned over the years I have this little bottle I keep in the shower, and it's apple cider vinegar and water. So after my cycle, I don't insert anything. I just open up
Clean, drip, drip.
and squirt it around. And then I just squirt it around and excuse us guys, but this is gonna get a little vulgar. We're women, but you open up the lips, okay? So between this,
There you go.
That's why you wore the shirt.
and this, and then just squirt it around.
Between the labias, open them up.
And you can also purchase this shirt as well.
Oh yeah.
It's part of the merch.
Okay, that's how you get
Big
there. You gotta
clit
use
energy.
that. So you do that and rinse off, and boom, it's clean.
Can you give the ratio of like water to vinegar?
Oh
on that
yes.
So they can know?
So it's about this much. So maybe 1/3.
1/3.
Mm-hmm.
Get it.
And sometimes if it gets low and it's still kind of strong, because I feel like it regains its power. I don't know.
It does. It'd be strong.
So
as
I
heck.
add water, and then days later it's like darker again and stronger. So I just add more water, and I use distilled water. I do use
There you go.
distilled
Keyword,
because
water.
it doesn't it won't go bad. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Like baby's bottles, right? So yeah. Also, I love honey pot. Do you guys know about honey pot?
Yes.
Okay, so I like this. I like the foam because it's light. And it rinses easy. And of course, you're supposed to, again, go outside. I don't put soap in that area.
Yeah.
You're not
You don't-
supposed to.
Yeah, you don't
No
go in
soap
there. But I love this, and it's so light.
So it's like a mousse, kind of? I've never
yeah.
seen that, but I've seen Honey
you wanna
Pot
see
brands. Yeah.
I'll show you.
You want to get moosey?
It smells so
That's
like
amazing. We all
wanna
do
so
smell it?
natural and fresh.
some?
Yeah.
What,
Ooh,
can I
that
eat this?
smell fresh.
That's what she
That
said.
smell fresh.
Can I think it- where am I gonna put this?
We need to.
Well, hold on, guys. I'm gonna demonstrate. I'm joking.
I know, right?
Cut.
She's wearing a dress. It's perfect. It does smell really good. I'm like, can I put this in my hair? Is that gel? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that gel? Thank you so much. No, this is great. We just didn't taste it.
Okay, sorry guys.
Tastes like honey.
I wonder what does it taste like.
Taste it.
Oh, it smells so good.
I know.
So last but not least, I'm gonna move this along so I can be out of here. Summer's Eve active wash, because I do work out a lot and I hike a lot. And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I don't like hike or work out and come straight home and shower. Like I go run errands. If I'm not like wet, sweaty.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Sometimes Keon has to tell me to shower.
So
Sorry.
this is an active wash. So it's kind of like, is it time release?
What does
I don't
that
know,
mean?
but it's cooling, it's refreshing.
It's alive.
But it's body wash.
It's coochie wash.
Coochie wash.
But coochie wash. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But we're still doing the outsides.
Still doing the outside. It has
Okay.
peppermint oil, eucalyptus. It's
Oh.
pH balanced. I like this. I think I bought it because it said active wash and I work out. And I was like, I'm active.
She's like,
But
I'm active.
I
This
do
works.
like the cooling sensation. Do you know about Lemisol?
Lemisol? No, please tell us. Oh my God, I feel like
Lemisol?
I'm in for a treat.
Latina, and you don't know about Lemisol?
No.
Lemon salt? I thought you said lemon salt.
No, Lemisol. It's a.
Is this a Douche thing?
No, it's a feminine wash. It's a coochie wash.
Okay.
I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Oh, you
and-
have seen it?
Yeah,
Is
I never
Lemisol
bought
the
it.
brand?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
And it's
I
like
just remember
green.
seeing it, but I never.
It's a girl
purchased
on
it.
the front like
Yeah.
this, with long hair. It's a coochie wash. It's super like, it's like that, but I've been using that like back in the day. It's like Listerine for your coochie.
Ooh.
Or Winter Fresh. It's really good.
I'm excited. I feel like I need
I
to
don't know
go
how
get all
good it
this
is. Like
stuff.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know how safe it is.
I was like, I've seen it, but I never purchased
I used to
it.
get it out
Also,
the
we have a
beauty
rash.
supply store in Brooklyn. So
That's so funny because I was gonna say the one place I saw it was in New York. When I was
That's
going
so
to the
funny.
store.
So I wonder.
it's imported. I don't know if it's from Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico. I don't know.
somewhere.
I just know somewhere they
I
speak
love it already.
Spanish.
All of a sudden, my
I wanna be
coochie
like,
speaking
you don't know
Spanish.
Lemisol?
I know. I was like. Are you? I thought you were. Is this a pronunciation like Douche? Like let me. I was like, do I
That's
know it?
funny.
But maybe she's saying it differently.
Douche. So, yeah, that's my show and tell of coochie washes. And some people say just use water. That doesn't work for me. I can't just use water. I probably could because our vagina is self-cleaning from the inside out.
Right.
But the sweat and oils from your body, like
Outside
you
stuff?
gotta get the creases, girl. You gotta pull back. You gotta
show us
right
on the,
here,
show us on the
lift
shirt.
up. You lift the hood. The man in the boat, you get to him, clean him up, okay? And then you open the sides, you get up in there. Oh, this is this the
It's just
labia
like-
part?
The labias?
Or
It's
this the
just-
lips? Oh, it
Because
is.
you have the inner labias and the outer labia, so you can just
So
move
this,
it apart.
they got some big flaps.
That is big flaps.
Woo!
Big
That's why
flap
she thought it was a
energy.
butterfly.
There's some level. They
Clean
come in
your
all
Not to
shapes
lift
and
the hood
sizes.
though. This is a car. You gotta get in there and get dirty.
Yep. You got
So,
a whole mechanic for your cooch.
But yeah, so do you guys have any home remedies or ancient remedies or doctor remedies for cleaning your coochie?
I don't have ancient remedies, which I feel like I should. Because I just feel like, being from Africa, they always have some secrets, but they must have not told me. But but what I...
Don't tell Manal the
typically-
secret.
I know, right? They were hiding it from me because they're like, she's going to be a whore.
They wanted your coochie to be stank.
Yeah, they're like, hopefully nobody messes with her.
Right?
I'm just joking. But with us, as I've probably mentioned before, because most of them I grew up in a household where you always had a bidet. So you wash yourself
Yes.
with water no matter what, every single time you use the restroom. So that's like the first
That's
way
so
of-
clean.
the first way. Like every time you pee, you wash yourself. You poop, you wash yourself. Whatever you do, you wash yourself. Number 1, number 2, number 3, you wash yourself. But I do
Do
use...
men have to clean their dinglings? Take note. I think all men should clean their
Oh,
dinglings.
absolutely. Period. Like,
So, question,
I
but
didn't
when
mean to cut you
you're
off. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine.
out in public,
Water bottle.
oh, okay, this is
Oh,
I
that's
see a
so
lot of Muslim women go to the
responsible.
bathroom with a water bottle, and if they don't have a water bottle, they'll literally get some tissue, wet the tissue, and then go to the stall.
I do that.
Yeah.
I have to have like a wipe or
yeah.
something.
So like, Keon turned me on to wipes, right? So like. Now I can't do anything without them. Like I'm just,
No.
but I'm only using them for number 2. I wasn't using them for number 1. But I have to say, after I had a baby, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off
No,
either.
you're fine. No, this is good conversation.
After I had a baby, they would give you this kind of squirt bottle like that with water, because you kind of had this process afterwards once it's like open and if you have like a tear or whatever. Anyways, you squirt the water, you know, you have to do this whole cleaning process. And I kept thinking to myself, well, I want to keep doing this. Like after, like I want to take this with me everywhere. But I just kind of like forgot about it after the fact. But now I'm like, oh, a water bottle. I could do that.
Because you always have a water bottle in hand, and at the end of the day, even if it's an empty one, you just go fill it up with water and then just clean yourself.
I'm like, don't touch that. That's my butt water bottle. Don't
butt
drink
water
that.
bottle.
It's from my butt.
That's funny because in our house, like in our room, we have a bidet in the bathroom, but in the guest bathroom we don't. But there's a water bottle next to it. So some people are like, yo, I just threw away your water bottle. It was just sitting by the toilet. I'm like, no, that's my washer.
Wow.
So, because we were looking into bidets because we stayed at a friend's house one time that had them, and I was in love, right?
They wash everything.
But there's different kinds. There's like the ones that you can kind of jankily connect to the toilet, but like
so
you have to
kinds.
fill it, I think, with water or whatever. Is there something that you recommend that you like using? Because I think there's ones you can connect to the pipes. It's just more of a like job.
There is.
Yeah,
There
I
is
saw that on
some-
Amazon.
Exactly. There's simple ones where you literally can just connect it to the back of the toilet, but that one, the water will be cold. But
That's
if you
what I
want it
heard.
to be fancy and you want a butt warmer and you want it, you know, to have two different sprays, one that sprays number 2, one that sprays number 1, you can get fancy with it and get those too, and that will be like the whole actual like seat. But the other one, you just grab it and it's like, it's almost like a hose, but like it could be gentle, it could be hard depending on how hard you press it, because that controls the pressure. But either way, it's like once you grow up washing yourself and you go anywhere, you feel weird not washing yourself.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
then you feel dirty. You're like,
That's like, I can't not have the shower that has a detachable head now. And I told Shantae, she's like, why do you need that? I'm like, it's not for the reasons that you think.
She's like, you're trying to have too much fun in the bathroom.
It's like literally a good, you know.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh my God, a handheld, just even
You
a
have
sink
to,
in the
yep.
kitchen when the faucet moves is
Yeah.
like, once you have, or the one you can pull down, you're like, I don't want to go
Love it.
back to the other way.
I can't.
No.
Can't do it. Wow. So we all need bidets.
Get yourself a bidet.
Remember when we went to that my friend was visiting and we went to her friend's house and they had that really fancy toilet. They had all these
Did.
buttons.
And that one had all the gadgets because it had like
All of them.
warmers, it had like number 1, number 2, 3, and they even did it have a massage or was that
I
just
feel like it
sit
has
there?
something crazy where we were
I'm
like, this is not even necessary.
I was like, okay, I don't need all of this, but I do. Yeah, so it's really cool. And ever since like I
had
said,
like
we're-
a booty opener.
Girl,
Like, thank you.
spread those cheeks. Have a
those
little talk
cheeks.
to you.
and it's like 1, 2, 3.
Because I will say, and this is very, very private. I don't know, Cam might get mad at me, but
Uh-oh.
after
That's when it's good.
having kids, one of the things that still remains is the fact that, like, and I think I told you guys this story before, but like during birth, my mom was like, let's switch sides, and he like walked over and saw
you did
everything,
tell-
right? Which he's still traumatized by. Oh my God forbid, you know, you had to give birth, but to see it.
There'll be no kids in this
Right.
world if men had to give
See
birth.
The audacity.
So, anyways, what I was saying is that basically my butthole came out. It was out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Again,
Okay,
you
I'm
don't
not
feel
having
any of
kids.
this. You don't feel any of this, but it was like out. Like he describes it as like a tomato.
No.
Yeah. Oh my God. So sometimes not everything goes
I'm
back
having a C-section
in.
if I ever have kids.
So sometimes you still have this kind of like
I know. My butt's
pieces
clenched right
of
now,
your
sorry.
insides that are still out.
Oh.
You can get them surgically removed, basically,
Jesus.
which is what you have to do.
Like a hemorrhoid?
Basically like a hemorrhoid, but
Like
it's
a
like
whole
it's
hemorrhoid?
what's left. So technically,
Kind of like maybe skin.
yes, it's skin. So I went to this proctologist because I was like, "What? WTF? Like, what's happening here?" I forgot we can cuss.
So it just stayed out for how long?
It's still out, girl. Some of it's still out. Yes. So I went to this proctologist and I got this whole like thing, right? So he like took pictures of it and he's like, this is very normal for women after they have birth. He says, so basically everybody has hemorrhoids
Why doesn't
inside,
anyone
right?
talk about this more?
Because women.
You see?
So everybody has hemorrhoids inside, right? So it's just a matter of if they're gonna come out or not. We're all born with like, I think he said, I can't remember how many he said. So,
Clenching my butt.
I know,
too,
because
that's
what
what I'm saying. I was
happens
like-
is the pressure of the baby puts pressure on the butthole.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, so and then the pressure of pushing. So that's what I always say when you go to the bathroom, don't push. And he actually told me that he's against what are those things like a stool you put your feet up on?
Really?
Yes, he said because actually what it does, he said you can put your feet up there up until it's about to come out, but right when it comes out you need to put your feet down because what it does is it puts you in a position that like your intestines, it turns it, like it kind of like flips it up.
I thought it was healthier that way.
We thought that it was supposed to put less strain. So he
Yeah.
said, again, you can put your feet up before it comes out, but when it comes out, you need to put your feet down because then it's
So you
straight.
gotta move it. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
So now I'm like trying to relearn like how I'm supposed
How
to
to boo-boo.
poop.
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about the proper way of boobing because
I mean, but I learned
how you
so
boo.
much from this guy. But he basically, and this is what like really like ugh. But anyways, they're very tiny, but to me it's just like my butthole's not the same, right?
Right.
So like for me, it hinders me from so much. Like I'm like when we talk about having a threesome, I'm like I don't want anybody to see the difference. You know what I mean?
Right.
but maybe she don't have the same thing.
Right. She got kids, you got kids. And I'm like, I want to get it removed and I want to get it bleached, but it's very painful.
I heard hemorrhoid surgery is extremely
Yeah,
and they
it's
can come
extremely
back.
painful.
They can come back,
I
and
don't think
once
it's
you're
worth
prone
it.
to get one, it makes it easier to get more, right?
I've had them before.
Yeah.
And I don't have kids. I just had terrible
Yeah.
eating habits growing up. So I think I was like maybe 23 and I was like crying in pain because I was like, oh my God,
It's
what's
so
up with my butt?
painful.
And it kept happening. Like it would go up or go small and then come back. And then I finally went, he was like, well, we could laser it, but it's going to come back.
Does it flare up at different times or?
I got it under control now.
Okay.
Like I haven't had it in probably like 10 years, but that's because I had to be on it. When I say on it, I had to like massage my butt with olive oil or coconut oil,
Wow.
like before a bowel movement. And, like it was crazy.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes stool
thoroughly
softener.
clean. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I had it in college too, so I had already been privy to it. But what happened was when I got it again when I was pregnant, I couldn't get rid of it because he said it doesn't matter if you do all the suppositories or whatever because
Right.
all the pressure from the baby is pushing on it that you can't get rid of them. So I had to feel that the entire pregnancy. Now, mind you, you never think about how much
I just
you
wanna
clench
throw
your
up
butt.
right now.
Right? When we laugh, we clench our butt. Everything we do, we clench our butt. You don't even think about
when
it.
you have a hemorrhoid, you can't do
Oh
shit.
my God, you can't.
You
I
got
couldn't
an
laugh.
attitude. You have to have an
Really?
attitude.
You can't
Bitch,
laugh?
you're gonna kill everybody.
You can, but it hurts. So
You don't wanna
every
eat?
time you clench your butt, it's like it's so painful because
Is
it's
it
this.
that bad where you can't do any of those?
You can do it. It's just painful. It's so painful. It feels like somebody's like got their fist up
Then
your
it gets
butthole.
itchy.
Oh my God, when it gets itchy.
What? What in the hell?
It's so true.
What?
When it gets itchy.
Yeah. Sorry
Oh my
guys,
God.
but this is not
Oh
sorry.
my God,
sorry,
I'm
not
lost
sorry.
words. It's
Oh
the
This is
worst.
right. This is what we go through as women. And
Like,
you
okay, Manal,
we
think
deserve
about,
awards.
Like my keloids, right? Like, you know, my keloids on my ears. Think about that sticking out of your butt. That's exactly what it is.
Holy,
But
can you
it's
put it back in?
hard. It'll pop right back out.
Ah, shoot. Damn.
So
Oh my God.
I forgot what my
You
entire
know how
point
I
was.
got mine? Let me tell you how I really got
Oh, my
mine.
goodness.
I called my best friend and I told her that I could not use the bathroom. I was like, it's right there and it keeps going back. You know what she said? She was like, open up your...
What did she say? I want to know this.
She said, when you bend over, open up your butt and like let it, like get it out. Bad idea.
That sounds like what she was told not to do.
and it came out and I was like,
Yes. So what happens is
I'm sorry, one
No,
more.
no, go
You
ahead.
think it's probably a piece of something still there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Until you investigate and you're like, oh.
So that's the problem is you think, oh, it's right there. I just need to
guys are
push a
scaring
little
the
bit
crap out of
harder.
me.
But it's not poop. It's the hemorrhoid.
Uh-huh.
It's like a-
And if you push more,
worst.
you can
Oh my
have
God.
more come out.
Yeah.
So it's a mess.
Because technically, like he said, we all have hemorrhoids inside. Oh my God, it's the worst. I'm so glad that you experienced this though, because it's so embarrassing for me
I
to
had
talk
to bend
about.
over for my friends to look. It was 3 of my friends too.
Shut up.
2 of them bitches I don't even speak to anymore.
Shut
I had bent over in my couch in my living room, and I was like, "Girl,
Stop.
can you please tell me if you see something?" They were like,
I'd be like, you take a picture.
It was before iPhones, popular. But and my best friend was like, "Oh, it's a hemorrhoid," and I was like, and when I started researching, I was like, "Bitch, this is your fault. You told me to open up my butt."
And she knew what it was.
Okay.
That's definitely her fault. We definitely gotta blame her.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So by the end of the appointment,
you guys, that's also first it's painful, then
do
it's itchy.
not strain. Do not strain.
So
Do not strain.
when it's there?
Very careful.
Great
See, this
question.
is when you need the bidet.
This is exactly why you need the bidet, because you have to wipe so much because you have to get around and there's all these different little crevices.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
very
true.
frustrating. So I'll find myself using so many wipes just to get through. I'm like, another little piece, another little piece.
Oh my God, how many little pieces come?
No, not hemorrhoid. But it's like you're trying to wipe and it's like another little piece of poop. What the? I just wiped 18
And
times.
you know, especially as an adult, we know you don't want to leave anything behind. It'll be a very uncomfortable day for you.
I would just have to take a shower every time if I don't have a bidet.
That's what it feels
Girl.
like.
There's a handheld piece in the shower, right?
That's what it feels like. Like I feel like I have to get in the shower.
Yo, this
You
is
gotta
bad
soak
crazy.
your booty a lot. Did you have to soak your butt a lot? Like take
Like
baths?
Epsom salt stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
it's just,
have to soak your butt?
yeah, you gotta
And
like, cause
Epsom
it's just,
salt?
Yeah, like in like
Yeah,
the
it's like
bath
healing.
water.
Or like a bath. I thought
Yeah.
you just put like a little bucket and put some Epsom salt and just
And
sit
just
your
sit
butt.
your
like the ones they have for the coochie steam.
I have one of those.
Oh, what's it called again?
A pussy steamer?
Oh, I don't think
A
that's what
vaggie
it's called.
steam.
A pussy steamer?
A yoni steam. That's what it is.
Yoni, that's what it is. Yes, like basically like that for your butt. But no, you just get in the bath.
Now I know who to call if I ever have that.
Oh my God!
You're like,
it's just-
okay, sit down. No, don't sit down.
No, oh, you can't even sit down.
You can't sit down.
Because it's so painful. Any
Shut up.
pressure,
You gotta do it
anything.
a side butt cheek.
So now here's the sad part. If you want to get
Oh my
it,
God, yes.
so
Has
then
went so
My
left.
heart.
so then you can get rid of the hemorrhoid, right? So it doesn't hurt anymore. But then the skin can be left.
What?
Just the skin,
So now you just got pieces of skin around your booty hole?
and that's what I have. Sorry, Cam.
So it's just like dingling?
What?
It's just dingles?
It's very tiny.
Oh.
Yes, it's very tiny though. But it was to the point where I didn't even want to do a doggy style because I was like, oh my God, he's gonna be staring at it the whole time. Thankfully, I gave birth to his kid, so he's like,
Grow some hair there. Cover up the whole shit.
you can't see it now, can ya? No, but I see this bush. Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
So I was like, I just
Oh,
want a
life
normal
as a
butthole. I
woman.
just want a normal butthole, right? Anyways, the guy told me it was gonna be $12,000. I said, I'll take this
Can you
butthole
cut
that I
them off
have
and
right now.
strangle them
Thank
like they
you.
do? It's, like sometimes people get growths on their
That's
body.
what they do.
That is a
That's
method.
what they do. That's one of the methods. But the problem is they have to cut your butthole open.
Oh, hell.
So they say
So
the
that's-
healing. The healing is the worst part because they said it's so sore. It's even more painful
And you
than
still
the
gotta
actual.
go to the bathroom?
How?
Right. You still gotta
You can have
go.
stitches?
Yeah, but you can't not go. So you have to use stool softener. It's a whole
Oh my
thing.
God,
And I
you
said,
guys,
you
I'm
know
just
what?
It's not worth it.
Sorry, Keanu, you just gotta take this butt
It's
to
not
the
worth
face.
it. Take it to the face.
Okay, I just want to be a boy.
I know, right?
I mean, boys can get hemorrhoids too.
You know, this makes me think about Amanda Seal.
It's a Douche
Amanda,
situation.
yeah.
Amanda.
She had a stand up and she was talking about how men don't even know when they're trying to like talk to us sometimes. It's like, smile, sweetheart. Meanwhile, you got a makeshift pad on with some tissue rolled up because you didn't expect to catch your period today. And you like, if you only knew what was happening here.
No.
It's crazy.
I also hate that though. I hate that whole smile thing. Like, don't tell me how my face needs to look. I had a homeless man one tell me one time, smile, it's not that bad. And I'm like,
Get a job. It's not that hard. Like, that's not nice, sir.
Oh my God, I almost spilled my
Smile,
coffee.
it's not that bad.
He's like, it's not that bad, okay? Look at me.
I have a resting bitch to face though. So whatever. That's
So
my
like,
problem.
this is happy. I
So
get it.
I just want to say though, thank you so much for bringing up the apple cider vinegar because this is also something that I use, and I was trying to hide my excitement about your whole speech because well, I used to struggle with yeast infections, and I'm very yeasty. I'm a yeasty person, right? So like sugar, which I don't.
Like, you eat a lot of sugars.
I don't, and that's the thing. I don't eat a lot of sugar, but if I do, that's when it happens. So like even when I was nursing and stuff, like I would get it on my nipples, and then like I would get it on my feet, and so it was this thing where it's become like an issue. So So like if I drink too much wine or I drink too much alcohol, like I can get a yeast infection and it drives me insane. And so I got tired of, because I was doing so much drinking in college, I got tired of using Monistat and all those things, which I feel like don't really like help you, right? So I started researching and I found douching with apple cider vinegar. And so I'll do that for like some time and it'll just go away. And then I noticed I didn't really get them as often after using that versus using like over the counter, you know,
I think those probably
Monistat.
just mask it, and this actually helps.
Yeah.
I agree. And so then just learning like how to manage my pH balance and what to drink and what to eat and things like that. Problem is I still love to drink, so I just have to be careful, but I always keep apple cider vinegar in my
Bathroom.
shower.
You
Yeah.
do the same ratio as well, like 1/3 of it.
Okay, so I get a little crazy because I'm not patient. I'm not really a patient person, and so like that whole thing will be apple cider vinegar.
The whole thing.
Yeah, and I douche it up. Yeah.
I mean, you can.
Yeah. So I douche it up.
That's too strong.
I know. That's what I was
Hurry,
gonna
that's
say.
too strong.
I mean,
She
it
said
works
she's not a
though.
patient
And I
person.
looked it up. People said they do it, so I was like, oh, okay. Oh shit! I was like, shit, my fat out. But yeah.
I think people are not looking. They're probably watching this like, what?
They're like, what in the?
we're not even worried about your fat bitch. We're worried
Right,
about
you
your
get a
butthole.
whole bottle of apple cider vinegar and you put it in there and you squeeze it.
Raise it
So I'll
up.
buy the douche things. I'll empty
It doesn't
them out.
burn?
Oh, absolutely, it burns.
Because that burns. So I can
Yeah, but they
imagine.
say if it burns, that
Dilute it.
means, yeah, it's working. So then I notice as it's going away, it doesn't burn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, cool. So the burning lets me know, bitch, you got a problem.
Yeah.
And then the non-burning is like, we're good here.
Damn. If it burned, I would have thought I was doing it wrong. I'd have been like, what? I need diluted water.
So I'll dilute it and I'll dilute it more and more as like it goes on. But in the beginning, I'm just shooting it straight up there.
Holy
It
cow.
is also good for women who have BV. If you get BV, I knew this girl that was a hairstylist and her vagina used to stink so bad. And she used to wear leggings, so everyone knew, you know, her clients knew, her colleagues knew.
Okay, it's not
And
funny,
you guys
but
are
also
sitting, so she's standing, so it's like a
Yeah.
win.
and usually back then you're between someone's legs when they're doing your hair. You know what I mean?
So, sorry.
The hairstylist is calling.
So apparently, sorry guys, I'm so sorry.
Also,
So apparently, what was I saying?
The hairstylist
the
coochie
hairstylist.
stinks.
The coochie stinking hairstylist.
had
it was bad, and then one day like we just couldn't take it anymore, and we kind of had like an intervention with her
you guys all sat her down and told
in
her?
the back. Yeah,
This is so mature.
it was
I know.
though, and it was just like, it's like, girl, everybody's talking about you, and she cried, and she told us that she's a bitch now, so she probably deserved the BV, but. She had BV, and I told her to try apple cider vinegar, and I also told her to try this thing called Refresh.
Oh, the brand.
Yes, have you ever heard of it?
I saw it in the store.
It's a gel.
I
Oh,
thought
no,
Refresh
never
eye
mind.
drops.
I know. I was like, wait, that's not.
It's
Yeah,
a
that's
gel
what
that
I'm
comes
thinking.
in like this tube,
Uh-huh.
and the bottom of the tube, like the top is like narrow, right, hollow, and then the bottom is like a packet.
Okay.
So you slide the tube up there and squeeze it,
Oh.
and it takes away it took her BV away.
Really?
And she tried everything from doctors, so she says.
Yeah, because I think with BV, it's a antibacterial that you take. But I will say, I did read that the apple cider vinegar does not, excuse me, help with BV. But actually, boric acid, which is natural. Acid sounds awful, but it's
I know,
it's a
right?
natural thing, and you
Put
can.
acid in your vajayjay.
But now they sell it in pill form, suppository form. That before it was a thing. I remember my mom would buy the powder and then buy the capsules and
Oh,
make
you
it
have to make
herself.
it. Wow.
Yeah,
Was
now
it boric acid, roach.
so you don't want to ingest it this way.
No, but I think.
But you can put it up. So now Honey Pot and other brands sell it in suppository form because basically homeopathic remedies are now more like commercial than they used to be.
Thank God, because I'm sure I feel like a lot of
have
homeopathic
some of
stuff is
those
actually better anyway.
boric acid suppositories. I never used one, but I have one. I remember back in the day. Do you guys remember Norforms?
No, what's
Oh
that?
my God, I hung around too many grown ass women.
I was like, a neuro what?
I needed to be in a child's place. So
You're the baby, and everybody else is older.
I have a lot of aunts. I have like 8 aunts on my mom's side.
Oh, that's great though.
So Yeah.
It obviously paid off. You learned a lot.
Yeah, and I
I
had
know,
a lot
right?
of cousins and like, yeah.
Like, do you guys know what this is? Do you guys know what that
I
is?
remember my grandmother cried because I had a thong hanging in the bathroom.
Oh.
You're a stripper. I was 17. I was like, no, I just don't want panty lines. But
Oh my God.
I feel like that generation is still not wearing thongs either.
hell no. Do you see them?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of my pet peeves is seeing underwear under spandex. It bothers me.
Don't wear nothing.
No, I just want to grab
seriously,
their
don't
underwear
wear
and just
nothing if
pull it
that's
up
the
their
case.
butt. I'm like, we can't do
Like,
this.
let me help you. Whoop.
I've had to put. I'm not gonna.
You gotta say it now.
I'm not.
I'm not drinking my
This
coffee,
is,
so I
well,
won't spit nothing
look,
out.
if Kari can talk about her, I could talk about me.
Yes, I mean, listen.
I don't want to, but
Keon be all up in the comments too, correcting everything. He's gonna be
have
so
you
mad.
ever had to bunch your panties up in your butt because you didn't have
Yes.
a thong?
Oh,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
you're like,
I've
this
done that
is not
before.
working.
I was like,
Absolutely,
shoot.
but it's so crazy
We
because
just
I
deal
feel
with
like
the
their
wedgie.
complaint is that
Right.
I don't want to feel something in my butt, and I'm like, you don't with a thong though.
You don't.
You
No, not
don't
with a
feel
thong.
something in your butt.
I do when I bunch up my underwears when it's
Yes.
an emergency, but not with a thong.
I like cheekies, like the one that go around my butt with no
Oh,
seam.
yeah.
Yeah, those are nice. But my mom, I remember
this
when I
episode
had
is-
thongs and my mom literally would clean up our room every single time we went to school and I was in high school and I came home and she had all these colorful things on the table and I'm thinking like, is she trying to like make some confetti or something? And it was my thongs and she literally cut all of them up and she was like, you sharmuta, which means like, you hoe, you over here trying to be a hoe. I brought you to America to go to school and you showing your ass with these floss underwears.
She cut them up.
She cut them all. I swear to God. I'm like,
Oh,
is this confetti? Because it was like
fuck.
purple.
The all day she was just.
She was probably like, this stupid hoe. I'm going to show her.
Oh my god!
that you thought it was an
she
art
probably
project.
was praying for you. She's,
Oh, girl.
she was praying over your
One
vagina.
time
while
I can't-
she
literally
was
after
cutting
that,
it.
when I was like telling her like, no, that's what people wear, blah, blah, blah. She starts getting this holy water that she got from somewhere. She starts throwing it at me. She's like, God,
Oh.
get the devil out of
Well, Grandma, if you knew what I was doing, if your mama knew what I was doing,
For a thong, you're trying to like sit here and get the devil out of me?
Oh
like,
my
oh, Lord.
gosh.
Yeah, but that's what it reminded me of thongs. I was like,
That's
I had to
so
hide
funny.
my thongs after that. Like, I would literally, who would hide their thongs in their bedroom? I had to do that
Right.
because I was like, and I was a really good seamstress when I was younger because everything my mom bought me was a large. And I was literally 99 pounds. So when she wasn't home, I would literally sit there, stitch stuff up, and then wear it under like my hoodies, walk out with a hoodie and big old pants. As soon as nobody was there, I was like, all right. I should have been like a fashion designer because I used to make so many things smaller. I would cut them up, stitch them back up, and be like,
oh, I
But I
need you
just
to
have to
help
put
me
it
with my
back
wedding
on.
dress.
That's
I had to
wild.
put it back on before I went home.
Oh my God, that's what the gay girls used to do. Like Shantae, they dressed like a girl outside, and then when
She
they
was
got
doing
to
the
school,
opposite.
they were boys.
That's so funny.
That's
They did the
so
opposite. And
crazy.
my mom would love to dress me up like a boy. And I'm like, bro, I'm not a boy. And she'd be like, no, that's too tight. Wear this. And I'm like, it would literally be like this big. She's like, belt.
Belt.
I've got it.
I
Belt.
have an idea.
Oh
belt
my
on.
gosh.
Oh,
But that's so funny to think
wild.
like she would have to do the opposite. Like,
Right.
leave dress like a girl, but then change it up.
I'm just cracking up with the confetti. Is she got an art project
had
going
all
on?
my
over here?
thongs.
Did you guys just threw it away?
I was not about to make those to one piece.
Did you make it like pillow stuffing?
Nope. She threw it away. I'm surprised she didn't burn it and have a kumbaya in the patio. But
Oh my gosh.
I was just like, what the? And then she had the audacity to tell my dad, yeah, your daughter, she's stripping. I'm like,
Again, the stripping
with the
thing.
stripping. Stop with the stripping,
Everything
y'all.
leads to stripping.
why am I stripping? She's like, yeah, did you see what she's wearing? She uses a floss for underwear. I was like, you know what?